Hey guys, welcome to the first alpha launch of what we're calling 3D Printforce.com. We have been working hard at this for the last couple of months, but essentially, if you're familiar with what we have developed in the past, we are the creators of 3D Print Farm Sheets. It is the only spreadsheet template that was designed to help you analyze and determine if your 3D print farm is profitable and what your selling expenses are to make sure that you price items to be profitable. We got a lot of great feedback from that sheet, but there were some pain points with it. One of the biggest ones being whenever we did updates, people had to copy their data over to the new spreadsheet. Not ideal, and just limitations around using Excel in general. So we wanted to get our new version of that sheet online. So here we have the new 3D Printforce. I hope you guys sign up for it. It is free for anybody that wants to use it while we're in the alpha stage. I hope you use it. I hope you try to break it. Give us, your feedback, find bugs, whatever it may be, so we can make it better. The sky's the limit on the potential with this, guys. We can do APIs, we can do AI to determine, what kind of filament you should keep in stock, what your best performing prints are, to do smart pricing analysis for you. It's just we have so many ideas, but step one was to get the 3D print farm sheets functionality online, which I think we did that. So just be on the lookout. There's way more stuff to come, and the more people that use it, the more people, or the quicker we can do feature updates and things like that. So what we're gonna do today is just walk through the account setup. Sometimes it can be intuitive for me as I'm building it, but maybe not so intuitive for somebody new coming to it. So we want to do this video just to show you guys the quick walkthrough of setting it up and what things do and things like that. So I hope you enjoy. I try to talk fast. My feelings aren't hurt if you watch at 1.2 speed or even 1.5 times speed. Feel free, plow through it. But if you guys haven't subscribed and liked the channel yet, please do so. We of course are big on TikTok. I'm trying to do more on YouTube as well. Do this longer form stuff, get you guys better, longer, more informative content than I can do on TikTok with the short 1-minute videos. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you like 3D Printforce, and let me know you guys' honest feedback. I want to hear it. Let's get into it. All right, so you have decided to brave this adventure of 3D Printforce, the alpha version. Like I was saying, the whole initial goal of this was to turn 3D print farm sheets, the Excel template that we created that a lot of you really loved, which we appreciate, to turn that experience into an online experience for lots of reasons. One, it's going to open up a lot more functionality for us with APIs to get orders and to do a lot more, farm business side tracking. And also updates, with the Excel spreadsheet. Every time we did an update, you had to transfer your data over to the new spreadsheet. Now all your data is stored encryptedly, securely on our online database, which then we just push the updates out and your login immediately updates to all the new functions and features. So its initial launch, like we said, is alpha, and it was mainly just to get the initial functionality of what 3D Print Farm Sheets was, which was to determine your pricing and to know if an object is profitable and at what price you need to price it to be profitable. So with that, let's jump in. This is what you'll see when you navigate to app.3dprintforce.com. If you already have a login, you can either log in or you can either sign up here or you can hit the Start Now button down here. Either one you click is going to get you to the starting point. So we'll do the Start Now. And we get here to the sign up below. You are agreeing to our terms and conditions. If you open that, it opens up a new link. So we agree to that. And then we sign up. So this is the first page here. We are going to get a photo. So let me see where my photo's at. Here we go. This is my avatar I use, and we'll do Sam Erickson, and I am CEO of my print farm. Right, next. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the farm itself. What do you call it? We're going to call this one 3DDB. This is the cost of electrical per hour. So again, this is your electricity cost, kilowatt per hour that utility company is charging you. Usually it's around some sort of cents, right? We're at 16 here where I am. It could be 25 where you are. It could be cheaper if you're in a certain part of the world where it's easier to get electricity to you. And then you're going to put your options for your packages. So we start out with 3. You don't have to fill in any. We recommend you at least fill in 1 because you need it for the option. So I'm going to do 10 by 4 by 4. That's a 53-cent box for us. I'm going to do 8 by 4 by 4. That's a 47-cent box for us. And I'm going to do 5 by 5 by 4. That's a 47. This middle one is a 50. Now, this is not the price you guys pay to ship your product. This is just the cost of your packaging. So if you put in stickers, if you put in, tissue paper, if you put in confetti, if you have custom tape, right? Whatever it actually costs you in material to box that item up, that should be the value here in these boxes. Now we hit next, and now let's add our first printer. So I'm going to add the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon. So what is the rate of power that printer consumes? So this is your choice. I always put in the max possible power. Obviously, no printer runs at max power draw constantly, but I put that so that way I end up making more money than I think. And the X1, I'm pretty positive, is 0.85 kilowatts an hour. And again, now we're at our maintenance per hour. Whatever you want to put in here is your choice. You could put in $1 an hour for maintenance. You could put in 0, or you can put in some sort of cents. I would say most people that I've seen are between 6 cents and 25 cents. We typically do everything at 6 cents an hour of maintenance. And then if you want to throw a picture up here of the printer, you can grab a picture and throw it in here, and now you got your printer. Don't worry if you have more than one printer. You can add more later. This is just the setup process. We want you to at least get one printer in. Again, it helps with all the formulas and stuff to just start with at least one. Next, now we're going to add our first filament. Again, if you have more than one filament, most of us do it. You can add more later, but we're going to start with one. So we're going to go Overture. We're going to do PLA. It's going to be our black. It's 2 kilograms. Spool size, always go 2 kilograms. So if you're doing, just think kilogram size. It can be any amount of kilograms, but just do the conversion so you're putting in kilograms. And then the cost per spool. So we'll do $19.99. I think that's the Amazon retail price right now. We'll hit next. And now what platform you're selling on. This comes pre-populated, as you can see in gray, with the Etsy fees. At least these first two. This is what Etsy currently charges. If you have a different platform you sell on, you can add them here. So we're going to go Etsy. Their transaction fee works out to a gross fee of 9.5%. They have a flat fee of 45 cents, and that's the listing fee, plus another 25 cents as a flat transaction fee. If you're paying for ads on the site, figure out your ACOS. If you don't know what that is, look it up. We got videos on it on our TikTok we talked about before. And then if you're paying for offsite ad feeds, that's if you're making more than $10,000 a year on your shop, I think your offsite ads is 10% or 12%. And if you're making less than $10,000, your offsite ads is 15%. Or maybe you don't want to do any offsite ads. So we're going to do just 0 for now, just to keep it simple. And now we're going to go to the dashboard. So now we've signed in. It made us our account. And here we are. So it dumps us on the 3D models page where we have no models selected. But if we page through these things here, here's the first printer that we added. Here is the first filament that we added. And if we go to the settings, we can see our information here. We can make adjustments to our name, our title, our kilowatts. We can change our profile pic. We can see our sales platform, and we can see our shipping profile. So let's add another sales platform, and let's go craft fair, right? We're not going to have any transaction fee. Or actually, if we're accepting credit cards, there's probably going to be, a 3% transaction fee, and usually they got a flat fee of 25 cents a swipe, but obviously no advertisements, no off-site ads, and we can save that. So now we have the 2 platforms that we can sell on. Filament, let's add one more filament. We will go, let's go Prusament. It's a PLA. It's their Galaxy Black. I think it's pretty popular. It's a 2K spool. I think that's like $34.99, right? So we'll save that. And then we have it. And then here, once you get a full list of filament, you can obviously sort. So if it's blank, it shows everything. Or I just want to see my overture. It'll show just your overture. Or if I just want to see my PLA, it'll show just your PLA. I don't know why it's doing double. I'll have to look at that. Or you can sort by black, right? So if you had a black Overture, a black Prusament, a black eSun, right? You could see all your black, compare the pricing, determine which one you want to use for a print or whatnot. So we're just going to leave them all blank so it shows everything. And then printer. Let's add one more printer. We will go Prusa. Whoop, my fingers. We're going to do the mini. That's 2.5 kilowatts an hour, and I'm going to keep it a 5 cent here. I think I got a picture of this one. Yep, we'll add that. And there's a mini. We'll save that. And we have a second printer in our print shop here. So now let's get to the models. So this is kind of the heart of the program, of course. It's where all the stuff comes into play. So let's add our first model. So you can put in a SKU. We'll just start with 1,000. You can put in a category. We'll start with stand. And then you can put in the model name. So we're going to do a phone stand. Print time, I'm going to say, I'm making this stuff up. We're going to say hour and a half. A phone stand is probably what? 80 grams of filament per print. There's going to be no other supplies cost on this. The shipping weight, I'm going to say, is probably what, 4 ounces. And then the shipping charge. So this is the charge that you charge to ship the item through Etsy. Even if the seller pays or the buyer pays for shipping, still put the charge in here, because what happens is Etsy charges the buyer the shipping rate. So if the item's $10 plus the $5 in shipping, it's a $15 gross sale. And even though the buyer is paying that $5, you get charged a transaction fee on that extra $5. So I'm going to put $5. This is going to ship in our smallest box. Now, model to print on. This is an important part. If you have printers that run similarly, like, for example, the X1 Carbon and the Bamboo Labs P1P, maybe you could select both. However, if you have two separate printers where you have a file that's sliced completely different, you're only going to want to select one printer per model. So maybe you do something like phone stand X1, right? And then we click the X1. That's where we're going to sell it. And we're going to sell this one in both places, Etsy and the craft fair. And maybe you put notes here, right? And you can say 3D printed, man, am I typing? 3D printed phone stand, X1 G code, right? So that way we can see it. And we hit save. And here it is. So we can see this is the SKU 1000. It's the stand. It's the phone stand X1. We have a print time of an hour and a half, and our cost of goods is $1.56. We can expand this, and we can actually see what the breakdown is. So we have 80 cents in material. We have a 20-cent electrical charge. We have a 9-cent maintenance charge. This one didn't have any other supplies, so that's 0. And then we have a 47-cent packaging charge, and that is the box we selected when we did the model. So you can see here we have no sales price yet. So this cost for us, after the Etsy flat fees, if we sold this just, for $0, we'd be losing $2.74 every time we printed and sold one of these on Etsy. But obviously, we're not going to sell this for $0, so we can put in a value here. So even if we go $10, and we enter that in, there we can see our platform fees are $2.63. Our profit per print on Etsy is $5.81. Our profit per hour is $3.87. If we sold it to the craft fair, our platform fees are obviously much less, 70 cents. Our profit per print is $7.74. And our profit per hour is $5.16. So we can edit it here with this. We got to make sure that our box is selected. We could turn off the craft fair, and when we could save it, and now the craft fair goes away. I'm going to turn it back on, make sure that's selected, turn that back on, and we save it. So now, what if we sell the same model, but on a different printer, right? We're going to print these things on whatever printer's open, right? So we need to determine what our profit is there. So you have two avenues you can take. One, you can just price everything on what, I guess is your most expensive printer to run. That way, if you print it on anything else, you're doing better. Or you can designate a certain printer to designate certain models and another printer to designate other models. You can play with it however you want to do it. But one thing I would recommend is doing separate things, right? So Here's the model. We can change this to 101, and maybe we change this now to mini. Everything else, but the print time, right? It's much slower on the mini. We know that. So maybe the print time here is 3 hours or 3.25. Probably similar grams per print, similar shipping weight, similar shipping charge. Same box, but we go Prusa Mini instead, and we go boom, boom, and we change this to Mini G code, and we hit save. And now here is the original on the X1. If we sort by the Prusa Mini, now we see the phone stand Mini. If we type in that same $10, we can see here our profit per print is very similar. And that is because our cost of goods is only changing. Electricity is pretty cheap. So we have the same material rate. We have the same maintenance selected. We have the same packaging. Our electricity on the Mini is 13 cents compared to the Bamboo. It's 20 cents. And that's because of the higher consumption of power with the Bamboo X1 carbon, all that stuff. But if we look at the profit per print on the carbon, it's $5.81. On the Mini, again, it's same $5.81. So we're making the same amount because they're so similar in price. But if we look at the profit per hour on the Mini, it's $1.79. With a Bamboo, it's $3.87. And I've talked about this on my TikToks as well, guys. The power of the speed of the Bamboo and making the same amount of profit, but doing it in such a shorter time period allows you to literally leverage that machine speed to where it would have taken you 3 hours to get one order out, you can now get 3 orders out in those 3 hours. And that's going to make the biggest difference for you guys. All right, so we looked at the two printers, and now we can toggle the filament too. So now, we'll say printing this on the Bamboo. We know what our price is. We're going to sell this for $10 in our Overture Black. But as we know, Etsy, other places allows you to do variations of your pricing based off of material selected. So what if they select the Prusament Galaxy Black? So I'm, not a huge drop. I'm making 40 cents less an hour. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you see the potential in this. This is obviously, like I said, the first kind of alpha iteration of 3D print farm sheets to get it online, which we are calling 3D Printforce. So it should help you determine your profitability just like 3D print farm sheets did. But the potential here for features is way bigger. We're going to work on APIs to get your orders in from Etsy and Amazon and Shopify. We're going to work on AI technology to analyze those orders to help you determine how much of each filament type and color you should have on based on your order history. We will have a way robust reporting function, which will show you what products are performing best based off of their profitability and how much you're selling them for and how often you're selling for them. It's just the sky's the limit, guys. We're super excited about it. We hope you guys like this and you appreciate just this very first iteration. There's more to come. The more people we get using this, the quicker we can build those other features in. And guys, it's free to sign up. So get in here, play with it, try to break it. Let us know if you find bugs. We really appreciate it. Hope to see you around. Guys, if you haven't liked and followed the YouTube channel yet, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Let this be seen to everybody. So hopefully the ultimate goal here, guys, is to help people price their prints to be profitable and that we don't spend all of our time trying to undercut everybody. If we all priced appropriately so we can all make money, the world would be a better place. So thanks for watching.